Hey viewers, welcome to another game with Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing a Janna game, and Janna is over here. I told people that I wanted to restart my career as a League of Legends caster, and immediately I got this replay. Apparently it's a very good game. We will see how that actually turns out to be. Janna, of course, a very useful character, and definitely someone that has been around for quite a while and has always been a very high pick. So I don't know if she still can make it in the, let's say, pro scene, because there are so many, supporty characters that are just very high damage, but she is still very powerful. She has a lot of CC to give, as well as a good heal. Good shield, of course, and that slow that is just immensely powerful to chase, as well as to get people out of problems. Anyhow, all in all, we should not have too much trouble with this game, because it was checked before it actually got loaded by me. So hopefully this one will not crash halfway through. If it does, I will probably still upload it though. Yeah, sorry about that, but this is more about me trying to get my commentary back, and my commentary skills back, I should say. And I know that the people from LoL Replay are still working on this. So we're going to start off with the Froggy Master here, and helping a little bit, and then going to lane. Quite standard. Nunu, of course, a very good jungler, should be able to do this without any problems. He has a good regen, and the eat ability. Okay. The eat ability should be no problem. So yeah, immediately an execute here. That is kind of weird, to be honest. Anyhow, going to put it to directed camera for now, so we can see a little bit more on what is going on. Teleport coming in top lane, so Cyan not going to miss too much. But still, it is kind of sloppy. That's the third execute I've seen in like 3 games. It seems that people are not really used to the new jungle yet. The new jungle, of course, is pretty much like the jungle in the olden days, where jungle was really for really tanky dudes like Amumu and Nunu. And kind of the real junglers, like the way they were supposed to be. Like, they have gank potential, but they're mostly there because, the rest of the people just couldn't manage to actually kill them without, kill the jungle minions without getting killed. And that is why you had junglers. And then, of course, we had the whole thing where we actually got the assassins in the jungle, and then people complained about not getting enough gold. Oh, yes, it's going to be good enough. People were complaining about not getting enough gold from the jungle, and then they changed it so that it was even more profitable for assassins to be junglers. And all in all, that didn't really work out apparently, because they changed it all back. So a little bit too aggressive here, but they might actually make this a 1-for-1 trade. But yeah, no, it's not even going to be that. Nunu taking way too much damage on his way towards his target, and yeah, that really did not work out at all. So 3-0 for the blue team. I really wonder when the comeback is going to happen, because obviously if Janna sends in this game, it's going to be a comeback of some sorts. Because, well, that's the way it goes. People don't like to send in games that are just super bad, like this start here. But yeah, well, they do get some pretty nice damage off. Unfortunately, no kill, but yeah, you can't really get a kill out of everything, because, well, people are kind of used to what you have. Very nice damage there. We are going to attempt to get the chompers on there, but that does not work out. So, all in all, yeah, just a lot of damage going around, and people should be able to heal up. Of course, Soraka should not have a problem at all with getting back up to full health, as well as keeping her AD carry alive. Her AD carry is of course Graves, who already has a pretty significant amount of tankiness built in, because, well, Graves, right? Yeah, already we see people... Oh, let me push that away. Already we see people putting down a lot of wards, and yeah, that kind of reflects the level that we are here, because the higher the level, the more wards there will be on the map. And yeah, that's what we see in the pro games as well. The pro games, of course, really, yeah, a league on their own. You can't really compare your own play to that, to be honest. But yeah, you do have to place wards to stay safe. And of course, because pro games are grouped play, so not solo queue like this is, it's a little more important to have wards out. So, did he just steal that? No, he actually was starting that. Never mind. He did get a nice kill on the dragon there, the Nunu, and that is awesome sauce. So, bottom lane seems to be the lane to focus here, although it seems that the mid lane is also quite interesting. Let's... Oh, well, he already switched. Cool. And there we go! Yes, very easy kill. Well, relatively easy, I guess. It is still Fizz. Fizz can just do a lot of burst damage. Yeah, nothing much to say about that. It was just a good use of the ultimate as well as all the skills. And he gets a little bit lucky that he gets out. Obviously, that was his intention, but yeah, well, you can't always get out if you are, well, relatively low level still. And then, because he just reached level 6, if you're relatively low level and you tower dive like that, like right on top of the tower, it takes you a while to get back out, especially if you don't have a jump or something similar. Or, yeah, a flash. But yeah, well, he did get out, very nicely played, and yeah, that makes it 4-0 for the blue team. Blue team really not letting up the pressure. They have pressure on, well, basically all three of the lanes. Top lane currently a little bit less because, well, the dude is not there, it seems. It seems, yeah, he's just all alone. I don't know where this Scion is hiding out, but yeah, well. I don't know why he's in bottom lane. He probably has its reasons, but yeah, I don't know what those reasons would be. Anyhow, we are going to continue on just putting some pressure on that bottom lane, and yeah, look at the damage they can put back with all that CC. And here comes the Scion. That's what he was waiting for. And Janna is going to distract them, making sure that her AD carry is going to get out. And is she going to get out? That's way more important. I'm going to do it by hand then. Yeah, she's going to run into the jungler. Udyr, of course, really good at chasing people. He's going to flash away. Wow, a very nice tornado, putting her a little bit further ahead. And she is going to make it out. No problem. Like, yeah, I do this every day, man. No problem. Anyhow, let's put it back to directed camera, which says that, yeah, there's going to be something happening here. But yeah, I think this is going to be a 1-for-1, and it indeed is a 1-for-1. Vladimir not really using his blood pool or sanguine pool or whatever that's called to the best of his, well, I guess to the best of his abilities, but not to the best of its potential, because he could have tanked quite a few more tower shots with those and stayed alive for a little bit longer. Of course, using sanguine pool at lower health is better than using it at higher health, because of the way it works. It's a percentage of your current health that you pay, and yeah. So if you use it at 1 health, you basically pay nothing. If you use it at full health, you pay like 20% of your total health. So yeah, that's a pretty big difference. Anyhow, yeah, it also is a slow, but you really should never use it for that. So yeah, it seems that we are seeing a lot of Scion nowadays. I haven't seen Scion in forever, and now that he's remade, it seems that people like him again. So Scion, of course, was very powerful when you could play him AP, but he was not very popular. So powerful, but not popular, and that's kind of the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, it seems that Vladimir is getting the upper hand in this fight. He's not really doing like everything that, he's not putting on enough pressure for this guy to actually lose his lane, but he is putting up enough pressure to make him at least be able to dominate the lane a little bit. And yeah, we are going to see a little bit of a gank here. It's not going to be super successful because Soraka wasn't here, and then the mid laner comes in really late. And all in all, yeah, just a good attempt. And wow, with Fizz coming in, it is actually tower dive time, it seems. And Fizz is just going to continue. Fizz at full health because of that Trickster. The playful Trickster, it makes him able to just tower dive without getting focused. And yeah, that's exactly what he used. Very nicely done. But it seems that they are only going to get the one kill out of it. And of course the tower. The tower is a decent amount of gold. And here we go. Not getting a good ultimate there from Nunu. Yeah, I don't know whether they... that was painful. I don't know whether they could have done that better. It seems they could have done that better, but yeah, well, the execute at least doesn't give away a kill. I'm pretty sure you still get experience for the kill though. But yeah, well, the experience of course not that much of a problem. 62 now, so well, from 4-0 to 62. That's it's decent. They are at least coming back a little bit. Not, of course, so much, but yeah, the difference between the golds is going to be relatively less the more gold there is in both teams. Dragon getting taken down here. But they do know what's going on because, well, the blue team did not counter ward at all. And are we going to be able to steal it? Blue team gets it, yeah, with the jungler there. It should be no problem, but at least they are going to get the kill back. Janna actually landing the killing blow there. So, yeah, Janna currently, oh, hang on, yeah, someone told me that I should do this in the beginning of the game. Still not used to doing that, of course, because, well, I used to do this all the time. But, yeah, that has been a while. This is Udyr. That should be it, yeah. So now you can compare them a little bit better here. See the gold, have a look at that. You can just have a look at it for yourself. I don't really care, to be honest. I care a little bit about the team gold, but even that, yeah, it doesn't really tell the story of the game. You should just look at the game for what it is. It's kind of a story, and you get ahead by playing well, not by being ahead on certain champions or whatever. It is kind of noticeable that both of the AD carries do have a decent amount of gold to spend. Of course, their items are pretty expensive, so they don't want to go back for if they can't afford an item, because, well, that would be very bad. Very nice ultimate there from Jinx, who is going to keep chasing this guy. Are we going to be able to get this kill then? It should be a straightforward kill, right? I mean, you have so many slows. Yeah, it is indeed a straightforward kill. The Choco Banana goes down. Well, that's just the way it is. That's the way it should be. Anyhow, look at the amount of wards in that bottom part of the jungle. Well, I mean just near bottom lane, because on both sides we have a very nice amount of wards. A lot of pink wards as well, and well, all in all, that is going to provide them with enough vision to at least safely go in there, both teams that is, at least safely go in there and just do their thing. Around the dragon, it's just, yeah, it's a little bit insane. I'm assuming most of those are free wards. Because having 4 wards on the same spot, obviously, yeah, not that good. Yeah, well, anyway, doesn't matter. We are going to pressure mid lane tower here with the Fizz, but Fizz decides that it is too risky to stay in, and he really shouldn't. Shrek, however, is like, yeah, I'm still going to attack this until it's actually down. But, oh, okay, she left the game. That explains that. Yeah, the algorithm for detecting that, not really good enough yet, and you can see here that it was immediately clear that she was doing something strange, but obviously, and that obviously she had disconnected, but yeah, the game cannot detect that because, well, you can't really detect that immediately because, well, that's the way it is. Sometimes there's a little bit of a ping issue, and otherwise people would run back to base immediately all the time. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, it's unfortunate that she got killed for it, but that's the way it goes sometimes. She did reconnect now, so she's been offline for like 30 seconds. It's not a big deal. It is a big deal that she got killed, but yeah, on the other hand, well, 0-3 means that she didn't really give away that much gold. So we are going to punish this tower for being here. I don't know how high it is. I can't actually go up. So yeah, they trimmed the map a little bit, which means that now in the replay system you can't go up enough to actually see the health of the tower. But yeah, it doesn't really matter, it's all good. Sion is going to go down. It seems to be a little bit of overextending, but he might actually pick up the kill on Annie here. Very nicely played. Yeah, I don't know why her teammates didn't help her there. It should have been pretty good for her to get that movement speed boost from Nunu. Nunu now overextending, and he might actually have some tough times here against the enemy mid laner and jungler. But yeah, he does get help, and he is indeed going to fall. But, wow, no! No! Oh, come on! Are you kidding me with this? Oh, that was so close! Oh my god, that was close. Anyhow, yeah, blue team still in firm control over what's happening in the game. Although, yeah, it's crumbling a little bit, but they still have the control. They still have good warding on most of the map, and that's really all that matters for, well, the control. However, the jungle, so the red side's jungle, is really just littered with wards, with red wards. There's no blue ward in there. And that is something that the blue team should have done. They should have been able to see the movement of these champions through their own jungle, because that is very important to see. It's just important to see what is happening and where people are going. Not so much when the buffs are up. That's yeah. You're either going to steal them anyway, or you're not going to steal them at all because you don't have timers on them. So it doesn't really matter. And if you're this far ahead, and if you're this dominating, especially as Fizz, it would be really good to see where people are going so you can ambush them and make sure they don't ambush you. And since most people do run through the jungle to get to you, and not through the river, it should be relatively easy to spot them if you just place a few wards in there. But yeah, it seems that nobody really wants to risk that. Finally, we are going to see a turret there. Turret dying for the top laner. Yeah, he has died for it quite a bit. Currently 1 in 5, and he is going to die for it again. Really bad use of the Sanguine Pool there. Not only did he lose a huge amount of health, he didn't really do anything with it. He could have dodged at least, well, part of some damage, and that is what it's for. It's more for dodging damage than for anything else. And of course, it's kind of a reprieve from taking damage when you're waiting for your cooldowns to come back up. Yeah, I used to play a lot of Vladimir. I really liked him. I don't know if I still do, but yeah, he has some trouble in early game to hold his lane because he gets pushed really early on quite a bit. But yeah, once you get through that, it is relatively easy to make him work and to make him do a lot of stuff. To not only push lanes, but also, well, just do a whole lot of damage to objectives as well as in team fights. And this is what I meant here. He finally places down a ward, but if they already had wards in that jungle, he wouldn't have, yeah, gotten almost killed there. It seems that the Fizz is going to pick up this kill and then, yeah, gets out of there, but no. Nicely done. Yeah, the follow-up there from the ultimate of Jinx, very nice, because she didn't know for sure whether they were going to pick up that kill. So yeah, it's better to pick up a kill like that and secure it with an ultimate from, well, and thereby stealing it, than to let it go. It seems that we are going to pick up this tower, no problem. Yeah, finally uses a relatively good Sanguine pool here. But yeah, that has been the mistake in his play mostly that we've seen so far. No, don't go back in. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, he could have died so easily. But hey, what can you do? Yeah, it seems that he was at like 150 or 200 health. And then he goes back in just to land his ultimate, even though the ultimate on Udyr is not going to do anything without follow-up damage, because it's like, yeah, 200-300 damage, and then with no follow-up damage that really doesn't matter. So here's the slow comp again. They really do get a lot of slow on him, and therefore a lot of damage. The ultimate from Jinx once again coming in. It is going to be a kill on the Graves, it seems. The ultimate this time missing, but yeah, it doesn't even matter. Once again, not using that Sanguine pool to dodge damage, but merely to try to run away. And yes, you do get a little bit of a movement speed boost from it, but yeah, come on. Against the Fizz, really? You're going to do that? Anyhow, it didn't work out. You kind of noticed that, I'm assuming. So yeah, so far so good. It is 15-9. We are still 3k gold apart. And it seems that 3k gold is all they can get out of that. They really haven't been too far ahead at all. And currently 3k gold, of course, not as much of a deal, or not a big deal at all, actually. But not as much of a big deal as it was in the beginning. Because in the beginning, well, when both teams have 10k gold, well, 10 versus 13, it would be a much bigger deal than if it's 37-34, because then it's like, yeah, whatever. It's a little bit, yeah, they do have an advantage, and that advantage mostly lies with the Fizz. I'll give you another look at the stats here. You can see that he is, yeah, almost 3k gold up on his direct opponent, Annie. But yeah, he has 9 kills, so that's kind of what you would expect. So another ward detected here. And the blue team is starting to invade a little bit with their wards. But yeah, it's not really working out too much for them. That was the wrong key. Fortunately, it didn't stop the replay or anything like that. But yeah, that's the risk I had to take by not looking at my keyboard. So yeah, both the top lane and the mid lane currently fighting. It seems that the red team lost one, but then the blue team, very unfortunate for them, but they kind of overextended a little bit too far. They are going to lose one as well. It's only Graves. Graves is not really doing too hot. He's 1-3. He does have a nice amount of minions, but yeah, well, if that's all you do and you don't do damage in team fights, then you're still not really useful. Yeah, Annie in a little bit of a bad spot, but she does have backup from her team. She also has that nice shield that reduces the incoming damage. So yeah, she was safe-ish, not too safe, I have to say. She could have died pretty easily. But of course, Annie does have a nice stun, and especially if she can make that into an AoE stun, she's really in no danger. So, yeah, another dragon attempt here. The red team does see it, because once again there is no warding going on. It seems this blue team really doesn't want to ward when they do dragon, because it's probably not worth it. Well, I have to say it is not worth it, but yeah, it is still worth it to place a normal ward there, and that's exactly what we see here. Lots of damage going on, and yeah, it seems that there is no focus from the blue team. The red team is focusing way better, and even though they were behind in the amount of damage they can do, they still are. Here, once again, he doesn't dodge the damage. So he takes the damage, then goes into the sanguine pool, and therefore loses a bunch of health on top of the amount of damage that he already took. And then, yeah, a very easy pick off from the Fizz. Fizz, of course, now 10-1 with only 3 assists, which is kind of, well, unique, because normally we see, well, that carries don't really pick up all the kills. They also get some assists, because, well, obviously there are more people with lots of damage. But it seems in this game it is mainly Fizz. Well, we can also see that in the gold amounts. He's at 10k gold. I guess the jungler is at 9k gold as well, 9.5. But yeah, all in all, he is just the only one that is super far ahead of the curve, which means that if they can focus him in a team fight, they might actually just pick up a team fight. And if you pick up a team fight, you can actually pick up multiple kills, claim back like 2000 gold from, well, from first of all the kills themselves, but second, you also of course get gold from the objective you can do afterwards. Yeah, a very unfortunate death there for Soraka. Soraka really just on her own, and she really shouldn't be at this point, because Soraka on her own means that yeah, you don't have healing. She has like 1 heal, but now the rest of the team doesn't have heal, and this is a 5 versus 3. They should be able to pick up the Fizz here, and wow, here, look at that focus. They focused down the 2 guys almost completely and then went for the Fizz. It's a little bit of a mistake, because they did a lot of damage but didn't kill anyone up till that point, and one of the guys actually got out. Yeah, that was the top laner. No, that's not true. I don't know who you are. Who are you? Udyr, of course. Udyr got out. I didn't recognize the picture. I don't really see what it's supposed to be. It's probably supposed to be a head of, or face of some kind, but yeah, well, I haven't seen this new splash art yet, so yeah, there's that. Anyhow, so far so good. They are coming back. Currently only 1k between the teams, and that is a good way to go. It's actually less than that. Only a few hundred gold between the 2 teams, which means that they can actually come back from this or from their early deficit by making it go really, really long. And that is the way this game plays out. So sometimes you just have to play for the uber late game, and that's what they did. They need to still pick up the kill on this Fizz a little bit earlier, because if he can get 2 rotations of all his spells and a good ultimate, then the entire team just dies. If they can pick him off, well, you can't pick him off before he launches his ultimate, but if he only lands his ultimate on 1 guy and only gets 1 rotation of his spells off, then yeah, you can definitely still win a team fight pretty handily. So they get another ward there. And it seems that Soraka learned her lesson there. She is going to fall back. She needs to be with someone who can defend her, and not on her own like that. Yeah, another pink ward going down. Pink wards are expensive, so yeah, you can't really just place them in random spots. Fizz going to be fine. Nice Zonias here. Accidentally, oh my god, he accidentally dodges the ultimate there. That should have been an easy kill after that Sanguine pull, because he still had his ultimate up. And then, yeah, well, just a derp up from Fizz, which means that now in the beginning of the team fight, what I've been saying all along, in the beginning of the team fight, Fizz is not there. So they should be able to do all their damage to the other guys, not worrying about getting killed by that Fizz. And yeah, it seems that that was very unfortunate. They did not have Jinx with them. Jinx, of course, high damage in these team fights, because if she can keep hammering away on the targets, then yeah, that's damage that you can't really get out of anyone else. And that is why you have them. So Fizz now back and is going to clean up, because that is the way it works. Fizz just does massive damage and unable to download spectator data. I'm going to attempt to repair it. I'm assuming it's not going to work, but I'm going to attempt it anyway. If it doesn't work, then I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.